Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So, at last, we're going to finish the DT03 Neo Fighter. So today's the body set, and something slightly different, and a little add-on that I'm doing to it. Well, it's going to be... So the plan for this is to make it look like the original Frog, but with differences. So obviously, in the last video, if you watched it, you'll see I've done the wheels pink. That's to hopefully tie in with the pink in the body. And I also want to paint the sides of the wing pink, which the original didn't have. Put a driver figure in it, leave the windows clear, and use the kit Frog decals with it. Just a very fun project from start to finish. So a massive thank you to Euro RC for sponsoring this build. It's been off the chart and I've really enjoyed it. All Euro RC's information, contact information, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and of course their website, with our Tamiya Legends 5% discount promo code. So that'll be in the about section of this video, and I'll do it as a pinned comment as well, should you be interested. Yeah, absolutely awesome. So first port of call is to get the body and wing cut out. So let's get cracking. Right, so that's the body and wing roughly cut out, needs sanding. Yeah, I've not done anything different apart from the wing sides. If you know this car, it has the bottom of the wing sort of droops down more, but I've sort of rounded it on both sides a little bit more like the original Frog was. I was actually going to go shorter than that, but I want to use the number 2 numbers on the decals. Okay, so I'm definitely going to lower it. I know I said in the last video I wasn't, but I can't do it now because I'm holding the camera. But when it's probably 10-12 mil lower than that, it looks awesome. So I'll do that as I'm waiting for paint to dry or whatever, because it's a messy fiddly job. Anyway, next up I need to cut this front window out to sort of replicate what the original Frog had. Obviously we'll leave this bit, this will still be white. And then there's some big masking lines, and I've got to mask the side windows. Now obviously it doesn't come with masks, but I think I'm going to cut the decals out and put the decals on the inside to use as masks, if that makes sense. If I can do that, that is. If not, I'll have to go with masking tape. So I'll get it all ready for paint and then I'll come back. Right, I think that's masked up. So obviously we're just doing the wing sides. That's going to be a nightmare to get paint in there. That's going to be horrendous. And then the lines here are very straightforward because they're on the body. But nevertheless, big risk of leaking. So yeah, I'm not confident about that wing, but it is what it is. So yeah, first we're going to use PS11 Tamiya pink, which is the Frog pink. So I'll come back when we got some paint on. Right, so that's the pink on. Lines are good, really easy to mask that one. No dramas whatsoever. And then, as I said I was going to do, I've used the window decals and reversed them and put them on the inside. I've done that before and it worked a treat, but you're never quite sure how they're going to seal. Anyway, it's done, so let's get some white on. Oh, the wing, on the other hand, is getting into those wing sides, and without flooding it's quite difficult. So that's just drying now, but fingers crossed on that one. Right, that's the paint on, and I'm reasonably happy with that, to be honest. Not many dramas at all. Those lines are lovely. The window masks, or the decals I should say, worked a treat. Yeah, it looks good. Wing, I have just found a tiny little bit of pink. Where is it? There, but it's tough to hit on that one. Nothing I can do about that. Lines are not too bad actually. Yeah, I'm quite surprised at that. Well, I don't mean I'm quite surprised, but I expected a leak, I guess. Not too sure about the pink to the wheels. That was always going to be difficult to match up. But although, problem with these wheels are, it's quite misleading depending what light is shining on them. But let's see what it looks like on camera. So yeah, it's quite a bit lighter, the paint is. Sorry, I'm just wiping paint off the wing. Anyway, I'll mount it to the car, just get a quick first impression of what it looks like. Right, so far so good, me thinks. you're going to see what I mean by lowering it now. This is how it's going to look when it's finished. It's going to be about there. That just looks so much better, doesn't it? It's almost like a bloody different car when it's at that low. So that would be there. Yeah, with a driver figure in and all the decals on, this is going to look off the chart, I reckon. And I think the wheels will be okay. Probably needed, these ones were in for 2.5 minutes. Probably should have been about 1.5 minutes, and it would have been a lighter pink. But yeah, I'm loving the look of this so far. That's awesome. I think I'm going to lower it now so I get that right, and that'll give the paint time to harden. But yeah, so far so good. Right, that's lowered. Took a while actually. But yeah, I'm way more happier with that now. That looks right now. The suspension is pretty useless, as you would imagine, at this stage. But God, it looks like it's raking down massively. No, its adjustments are right. It was just the angle of that, I think. That was weird. Yeah, I'm way more happier with that now. Let's just stick the body on because that'll be a better indicator. Right, lifted the camera up just so you can get it. That looks way better. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. That looks great. The body shells needs the body pins on really to sit how it should, but yeah, you get the idea. And there's still quite a bit of clearance. But yeah, that's made me happy. That's kind of cool. The colour of the wheels is annoying me more than it should against the colour of the paint, but it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm liking that. That's kind of cool. So obviously we've got the driver figure to paint up, and then we've got the decals to get on it. It should look really cool. Anyway, let's crack on. Right then, it's moving on. So as you can see, I've got it decaled, and it looks very cool. Really happy with my lines, my paint lines. Anyway, yeah, so as you can see, it's kind of standard frog using the Neo Fighter frog decals. All these are in the kit. I did have to dig out these exact ones from decals I had already, because the original frog had those on. But yeah, I'm really happy with that, and obviously it's number 2. The original frog was number 1, so I thought it's kind of cool to go with the kit number 2, with it not being a frog as it were. Did have a realisation, and it's a comical one. So you eagle-eyed frog lovers will know when I was talking, obviously the frog window's cut out, but this bit here should have been transparent, and I completely forgot about it, and obviously I painted it white. I actually did that on the original frog I did on this channel a couple of years ago, which kind of made me laugh, but I actually went to the extent of taking the paint off on that one, but I'm not going to bother with this one. I think it looks kind of cool. So that's as far as I can go with that. I'm going to look to see if I can find any window netting decals. I don't think I have any, but it'd be nice to put a little bit of that on. So that's a shell done. And then I've been busy and I've painted a driver figure up. Now, but I bought the standard Tamiya driver figure because obviously I want spotlights for this car. So yeah, not the greatest painting in the world, but I'm reasonably happy with that at my level. And all I've done is obviously, if you can see it on the big screen, there's a piece of double-sided silicone gel tape, and obviously with the shape of a driver, it just absolutely works out perfect in height. It's because it's obviously a big canopy, but yeah, it's kind of in the right place. But there's a lot of space in there, and obviously this car was not designed to have an open canopy. It's supposed to have decals over it. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm just painting the spotlights up now. So that's the next stage I'll move on to. Right, that's the spotlights on. It look pretty good. I think it needs that black and yellow just to break the white and the pink up, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's put it all together and see what it looks like finished. And that, my friends, is finished. And I quite like it. I don't love it. I definitely don't love it. But it's growing on me slowly. Yeah, I like it. What can I say about it? I'm just trying to think if I would have done anything different. So the main body shell is kind of perfect. That's as good as it was going to be, to be honest. Apart from window netting decals, but I don't have any. I don't know about the wing sides. I don't know if they would have just been better left white, like the original Frog. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about the wing sides, and also I'm not sure about the wheels now. And it's the difference in colour doesn't over bother me, if I'm honest, because it's not that different depending on what light you get it in. But I just wonder if there's a little bit too much pink, and would it have looked better with the white wheels? Maybe even black wheels, I don't know. But that's me being sort of ultra critical of myself as I do. But yeah, I think that's not bad at all. Just getting it from different angles. Yeah, I like it. Again, don't love it, but I definitely do like it. It's different. I think the shocks look good on it with the carbon towers. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I'm just wondering if I was anything I need to add to it or anything, but I don't think there is. It looks pretty busy as it is, doesn't it? You'll have to leave in the comments what you think. Again, not the first to do this style of DT03. It's been done to death, but I've not seen one like this with the pink wheels and the pink wing sides, so I have kind of put my own little spin on it. So glad I lowered it. It was way too high. Anyway, I need to probably just go away and stare at this for a while to see if I need to add anything to it. In fact, I'll end this video here so I don't have to set up for an outro because I'm getting lazy in my old age. Just leave in the comments what you think, my friends. And again, a massive thank you to your RC for making this build possible. Because once this is in the display cabinets, yeah, it's going to be very, very cool indeed. And hopefully one day I'll get hold of a Frog, Riri or original, and get it side by side, which would be kind of cool as well. So as always, my friends, thanks so much for watching. It is really appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down if you think I'm a dickhead. And what else is there? And leave a say hello in the comments. And as always, my friends, happy RCing.